You think you're playing fair, but the truth is you're being played right now as we speak, and you don't even see it coming, because the world never rewards the honest or the humble. It rewards the ones who understand the invisible rules of power and control. While you're working hard, someone else is working smart, taking credit for your ideas, positioning themselves above you, making moves. You'll only notice when it's already too late. And here's what nobody tells you. The game was rigged from the start. But not against you. It's rigged against anyone who refuses to learn how it actually works. Your coworkers smile, but they're taking notes on your weaknesses. Your friends celebrate with you, but some of them secretly hope you stumble. Your own family might love you, but even they have opinions about your choices that they'll never say to your face. This isn't negativity. This is reality. And reality doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to strategy. 5 centuries ago, a man named Niccolo. Machiavelli watched empires crumble and kings lose their heads, not because they were weak, but because they were naive. He saw loyalty turn to betrayal. In a single night, he witnessed how the nicest rulers were overthrown, while the calculated ones held their thrones for decades, and he wrote it all down not as fantasy, but as a manual for those brave enough to face the truth. If Machiavelli were alive today, he wouldn't be complaining on social media or waiting for someone to notice his effort. He'd be moving in silence, building power in the shadows, and by the time anyone realized what he was doing, he'd already owned the room. And that's exactly what I'm about to teach you today. 21 rules of modern power drawn from Machiavelli's mind, sharpened for the world you live in right now. And if you apply even half of these, you will never be the same person again. You'll command attention without begging for it. You'll earn respect without asking, and people will feel your presence even when you're not speaking. But first, I need you to do something. Lock this phrase into your mind and type it in the comments right now. I don't chase power. I become it. Say it like you mean it, because once you finish this message, you're going to walk into every room like you own it. So let's begin. Rule 1. Never reveal everything. The moment someone knows all of you, they can control you. They'll know what buttons to push, what fears to exploit, and what dreams to crush. Most people talk too much. They overshare their plans, their struggles, their next move, and then they wonder why things fall apart. The truth is, your enemy isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's your friend who smiles while studying your weaknesses. Sometimes it's your coworker who nods along while planning to take your spot. Power lives in mystery. When people can't figure you out, they respect you. When they can't predict your next step, they fear you. So stop explaining yourself. Stop posting every detail of your life. Stop announcing your goals before they're done. Keep your cards close. Stay quiet. Stay dangerous, because the less they know, the more powerful you become. Machiavelli said it best, never attempt to win by force. What can be won by deception? Your first rule of power is simple. Become unreadable. Rule 2. Control your emotions or they will control you. The second you lose your temper, you lose the game. People are watching you, constantly testing your limits, waiting to see if you'll crack, and the moment you react emotionally, they know exactly how to manipulate you. Anger makes you predictable. Desperation makes you weak, and frustration makes you easy to corner. The powerful stay calm, no matter what happens. They take insults without flinching. They face betrayal without breaking. They smile when others expect them to explode, because they know that silence and composure are the ultimate power moves. When you stay calm, you force everyone else to react, while you stay in control. You become the anchor in the storm, untouchable, unbothered, unshaken. Machiavelli once wrote, "The wise man does at once what the fool does. Finally, so master yourself first, and the rest will follow." Rule 3. Make yourself indispensable. Power doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being needed when people depend on you. They cannot afford to betray you. When you're replaceable, you're forgettable. But when you're essential, you're untouchable. The smartest players don't beg for loyalty. They build it by becoming the person no one can function without. Maybe you're the One with the solution, the connection, the skill, or the knowledge that holds everything together. Your boss might not like your attitude, but if the system crashes without you, you're safe. Your friends might envy your success, but if they rely on your advice or network, they won't risk losing you. This is how you build invisible leverage. People will protect you, not because they love you, but because they need you. And need is stronger than love. Every single time. Machiavelli said the best fortress is to be found in the love of the people for whom you are indispensable. So stop chasing approval. Start making yourself necessary. Rule 4. Master the art of disguise. Life is a stage, and the ones who win are the ones who know which mask to wear. And when, if you show your true intentions to everyone, you'll be crushed before you even start moving. Sometimes you need to appear harmless to hide your ambition. Sometimes you need to smile at people you're 10 steps ahead of. Sometimes you need to play weak. So no one sees your strength until it's too late. This isn't fake. This is survival. Every powerful figure in history wore masks. They didn't announce their plans. They wrapped them in charm, humor, and patience because no one attacks what they don't see. Coming in your career, your relationships, even your family, learn to adapt. Blend in when necessary, but never forget who you really are. Make them think you're simple while you're plotting 3 moves ahead. Make them think you're satisfied while you're building. Your exit make them underestimate you and then strike when they least expect it. Machiavelli once said, "Men are so simple and so much creatures of circumstance that he who seeks to deceive will always find someone ready to be deceived." So wear the mask and win the game. Rule 5, move fast or get left behind. Hesitation kills more dreams than failure ever will. The world doesn't reward people who wait for permission. It rewards those who see the opportunity and take it immediately while you're thinking. Someone else is doing while you're planning. Someone else is executing, and while you're asking for approval. Someone else already owns what should have been yours. Opportunities don't wait, and neither should you. The powerful understand that the first move sets the tone. If you act first, you control the narrative. You write the rules, and everyone else has to respond to you. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means being decisive when you see the opening. Take it when you sense danger. Move before it touches you. When the moment comes, don't freeze. Act. Machiavelli warned us it is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. So move first, move smart, and make them play your game. Rule 6. Guard your reputation. Like your life depends on it, because it does. Your reputation walks into the room before you do it, opens doors or slams them shut, and once it's damaged, it's almost impossible to fully rebuild. People won't ask if the rumors are true, they'll just believe them. One bad story can destroy years of hard work. One moment of weakness can make people doubt you forever. And the brutal truth: most people love to watch a reputation fall. The powerful know this, so they protect their name at all costs. They avoid messy drama. They never fight battles that make them look small, and they always control the narrative around their image. Your reputation is both your armor and your weapon. When it's strong, you walk into any situation with authority. When it's weak, you're vulnerable, no matter how skilled you are. So be careful who you associate with, how you respond to conflict, and what you let the world see about you. Machiavelli said it clearly: a prince must guard himself against being despised or hated. If they can't touch your name, they can't touch your power. Rule 7. Keep your plans to yourself. The fastest way to fail is to tell everyone what you're about to do, because the moment your plan leaves your mouth, it's no longer yours. Some will doubt you. Some will steal it. Some will sabotage it out of jealousy. And others will simply get there first, while you're still talking about it. Power lives in secrecy. Your next move, your strategy, your goals. These are sacred. The less people know, the stronger your position. The more you reveal, the more exposed you become. Look around. The people who rise fastest are the ones who work in silence. They don't post every step. They don't explain every decision. They just move. And by the time people notice, it's already done. Your enemies can't block what they can't see. Your competitors can't copy what they don't know, and your critics can't tear down what hasn't been announced yet. So smile when they ask. Nod when they guess but never confirm. Keep them in the dark and let your results do the talking. Machiavelli knew this well. He said the wise prince does not keep faith when it serves his interest. So protect your plans like treasure and strike only when you're ready. Rule 8, disappear to increase your value. The more available you are, the less people appreciate you. When you're always around, always responding, always present, they start to take you for granted. Familiarity doesn't breed respect. It breeds comfort, and comfort kills mystery. Power grows in scarcity. When something is rare, people chase it. When someone is always there, people ignore them. So learn to step back, strategically. Stop being so available. Stop answering every message immediately. Stop showing up to every event. When you pull back, even slightly, people start to wonder. They begin to miss your presence. They remember your value, and suddenly you matter. More. Absence makes your return more impactful, your words more valuable, and your energy more magnetic. The people worth keeping will notice your absence and respect it. The ones who don't aren't worth your time. Machiavelli understood this when he said the desire to acquire is in truth very natural and common. So let them desire you by not always being within reach. Rule 9, turn your enemies into fuel. You will make enemies. It's inevitable. The moment you start rising, someone will resent you. Someone will try to block you, and someone will whisper your name in rooms you'll never enter. But here's the shift. Enemies are not obstacles. They're proof you're moving forward. The weak fear enemies. The powerful use them. Every insult, every attempt to tear you down is free advertising for your name. Every person obsessed with stopping you is someone who sees your potential better than you do. So don't waste time hating them back. Let them talk. Let them plot. Let them burn energy on you while you keep building. Their noise means nothing if you stay focused. In fact, the smartest players let enemies exist on purpose, because while they're busy scheming, you're busy winning, and nothing breaks an enemy faster than watching you succeed anyway. Machiavelli said, "Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception." So smile at your enemies. Let them think they're affecting you, and then rise so high they can't even reach you anymore. Rule 10. Reward loyalty, but never depend on it. Loyalty is beautiful, but it's also fragile. People swear they'll never betray you until the right offer comes along, until fear creeps in, or until their own survival is on the line. Human beings are loyal to themselves first, and that's not evil. That's nature. So yes, reward the people who stand by you, acknowledge their support, give them access, give them recognition. But never build your entire foundation on trust alone, because loyalty bought with kindness can be sold to your enemy for a better deal. Your real security comes from structure, from leverage, from making sure that even if someone leaves or turns on you, your power remains intact. Always have a backup plan. Always keep options open, and when betrayal happens, and it will, don't cry, don't beg. Just cut them off and keep moving. The game doesn't pause for broken promises. Machiavelli was clear on this. He said it is much safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. So appreciate loyalty, but never let it be your only line of defense. Rule 11. Keep people competing for your favor. The moment people feel secure around you, they stop trying. They get lazy, comfortable, careless. But when there's a sense of competition, when people know that your attention, your time, your approval isn't guaranteed, they work harder to keep it. This doesn't mean being cruel or playing mind games. It means being selective with your energy. Don't give everyone the same access. Don't treat every relationship like it's guaranteed. Let people know through your actions, not your words, that staying close to you requires value. When people compete for your approval, you naturally filter out the weak and keep the strong close. You create an environment where only the best stay in your circle. Machiavelli knew this well. He said men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. So use both, make them want to stay close and fear being pushed away. Rule 12. Silence is your deadliest weapon. Words are everywhere. Silence is rare. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. When you speak, you give away information, you reveal your thoughts, your emotions, your plans. But when you stay silent, people have to guess. And guessing creates fear, uncertainty, and respect. Silence makes people uncomfortable, so they start talking. They reveal themselves. They offer information. They expose their intentions. All while you sit back and listen in arguments. Silence destroys ego in negotiations. It forces concessions and confrontations. It shows strength without aggression. The most powerful people in any room are usually the quietest because they know that every word should have weight and meaning when you speak less. Everything you say matters more. People lean in. They remember. They respect it. So stop over-explaining. Stop filling every gap with noise. Let your silence speak. Let it create space. Let it make others wonder what you're thinking. Because a quiet person is always more dangerous than a loud one. Machiavelli said the wise man does at once what the fool does. Finally, so train yourself to listen more, watch more, and speak only when it counts. Rule 13. Kill problems while they're small. A tiny crack in the wall becomes a collapse. If ignored, a small enemy today becomes a dangerous rival tomorrow. Powerful people don't wait for threats to grow. They end them early, quietly, and completely in your life. Right now there are small problems, people who disrespect you, systems that drain you, habits that weaken you, and if you let them sit, they will spread the person gossiping about you. Today will try to ruin your reputation tomorrow. The coworker competing silently will challenge your position next year. The toxic friend will betray you the moment it benefits them. You can't afford to be sentimental in the game of power address. Threats immediately cut off negative energy. Remove people who don't serve your growth and fix the weak points before someone else exploits them. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being aware. History proves that the rulers who survived weren't the nicest. They were the most vigilant. Machiavelli said the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. So protect your space and problems early and never let small fires become infernos. Rule 14. Only fight battles that build your power. Not every fight is worth your time. The weak react to everything. The powerful choose their battles with ruthless precision. People will provoke you online at work. In your personal life, they want to pull you into pointless arguments that waste your energy and stall your progress. But every second you spend on a meaningless fight is a second. You're not building your empire before you engage. Ask yourself one question. Does winning this battle increase my power or just my ego? If it's only about proving a point, walk away. If it doesn't move you closer to your goals, ignore it. The greatest strategists in history avoided distractions. They saved their energy for moves that mattered, for wars that expanded their influence, and for opponents who were actually worth defeating. Let small people fight over small things. You're building something bigger. Machiavelli said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." So command yourself first. Choose your battles wisely, and never waste power on things that don't multiply. Rule 15. Always appear strong. Even when you're breaking inside, perception is reality. If you look weak, the world will treat you as weak. But if you look unshaken, even in your hardest moments, people will hesitate to challenge you. Life will test you. Losses, betrayals, setbacks, rejection. But the powerful never let the world see them break. They suffer in private and rise in public as if nothing ever touched them. This creates a shield because most people only attack when they sense vulnerability. When you carry yourself with calm confidence even during chaos, you send a message: I cannot be broken. Speak with certainty. Move with purpose. Hold your head high, even when you're rebuilding behind the scenes. Because the moment you show cracks, people will try to widen them. Your enemies will strike harder. Your doubters will get louder, and your allies might start to question you. But when you stay strong in appearance, you protect your position until you're truly ready to strike back. Machiavelli said it perfectly. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. So control what they see, and let your strength be the story they believe. Rule 16. Build your empire in the shadows. Real power doesn't need a spotlight. It grows quietly, carefully, and out of sight. The people who brag and showboat are always the first to fall because they expose themselves before they're ready. The powerful move differently. They make connections in private. They develop skills while others sleep. They position themselves strategically, and by the time the world notices, they're already too strong to stop when your power is built in. Silence. No one can sabotage it because no one saw it coming. Your competitors can't copy your blueprint because they don't know. It exists. Your enemies can't prepare because they don't even know you're a threat. Yet this is the art of the quiet rise work, when no one's watching build, when no one's paying attention, and emerge only when victory is guaranteed. Think about the most successful people. You know they didn't announce every step. They moved with intention, made strategic decisions, and only revealed their hand when it was time to collect. Machiavelli said the wise man does at once what the fool does. Finally, so be the wise one. Build in silence and let your success make the noise rule. 17. Use fear to maintain respect. Love is beautiful, but fear is efficient when people feel too comfortable around you. They start testing boundaries. They get careless, bold, even disrespectful. But a healthy amount of fear keeps people sharp. It keeps them respectful, and it reminds them that crossing you has consequences. This doesn't mean ruling with cruelty. It means making sure people understand that your kindness is not weakness. Maybe it's the way you handle betrayal with cold precision. Maybe it's how quickly you cut off someone who disrespected you. Maybe it's the quiet intensity in your voice when a line is crossed. Fear isn't about being hated. It's about being taken seriously. The most respected leaders in history weren't loved by everyone, but they were feared by those who thought about challenging them, and that fear kept order. Where words could not, even in relationships and friendships, respect comes when people know there's a limit, and that limit is protected. Machiavelli was direct about this. He said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. So let them admire you, but make sure they know not to cross you." Rule 18. Control the information and you control the game. Knowledge is power, but only if you decide who knows what and when. The person who controls the flow of information controls everything. The narrative, the decisions, the outcomes in life. The loudest voices usually know the least. They talk, they share, they give away their leverage, and then wonder why they lost. The powerful operate differently. They filter information carefully. They share only what benefits their position, and they withhold what gives them an edge at work and business. Even in personal life, the one who decides what gets revealed and what stays hidden is the one who truly runs the show. People can't fight what they don't understand. They can't prepare for what they don't see coming. You can even use misdirection. Plant a rumor, shift focus. Let them chase the wrong lead while you execute the real plan. Controlling the narrative means controlling perception, and perception becomes reality in the minds of others. Machiavelli understood this deeply. He said men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, so control what they see, and you control how they move. Rule 19. Cut off. Dead weight without hesitation. Weakness spreads. If you tolerate it, lazy people drain your energy. Disloyal people plant doubt, and toxic people pull you into their chaos. The powerful are ruthless about their inner circle. They only keep people who are useful, loyal, and aligned with their mission. Everyone else gets cut off quickly and without guilt. This isn't cruelty. This is self-preservation. Look at your life right now. Who complains constantly? Who brings drama? Who takes but never gives? Every moment you allow them to stay, you lose momentum, you lose focus, and you lose power. Even within yourself, you need to cut off weakness. Destroy the habits that make you soft. Face the fears that hold you back. Because if you carry weakness, the world will smell it and attack. Machiavelli said the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. So look around you right now and ask yourself, are these people building me or breaking me? And if the answer is breaking, cut them off today. Rule 20. Stay unpredictable. Predictability is a trap. When people can read your patterns, they can control you. They know when you'll react, when you'll retreat, and when you'll strike. So they prepare, and you lose the advantage. Power thrives in unpredictability. When people can't figure you out, they hesitate. They second-guess themselves. They waste energy trying to predict you while you move freely. Change your routines. Switch your strategies. Surprise people with your timing. Show up when they think you're gone. Disappear when they expect you to stay. Strike when they assume you're resting, even in conversation. Unpredictability keeps people engaged. A pause, a shift in tone, a sudden change of subject. All of these create tension, curiosity, and respect, because people respect what they can't calculate. Machiavelli said everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. So never let them experience all of you. Keep them guessing. Keep them off balance and stay 3 steps ahead. Always rule 21. Build a legacy, not just a reputation. Most people are loud and forgotten the moment they're gone. They chase likes, arguments, and short-term wins that vanish into noise. But the powerful think differently. They play for legacy, not applause. Legacy is what remains when you're not in the room anymore. It's the business you built, the influence you created, the respect you earned, and the lessons you left behind. When you move with legacy in mind, every decision becomes intentional. Every action carries weight, and every sacrifice makes sense. This also means knowing when to step back. The loudest person in the room burns out fast, but the quiet strategist who plants seeds and watches them grow becomes untouchable. Even in absence, ask yourself every single day, if I disappeared tomorrow, would my impact still be felt? If the answer is no, you're playing too small. You're living for today instead of building for forever. Machiavelli said the best fortress is to be found in the love of the people, and that love comes not from popularity but from the value you leave behind. So stop chasing attention. Start building something that outlives you, because real power isn't measured in noise. It's measured in echoes. Now you've seen it. The world as it truly is. A battlefield of strategy. Silence and invisible moves where the weak get used and the powerful control. The board you just learned, 21 rules of modern power, taken from one of the greatest strategic minds in history. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. These rules are only as strong as your willingness to apply them. Starting right now. Today, you walk differently. You speak with more intention. You watch people more carefully, and you move only when it counts. Let them wonder why you're calm when chaos hits, why you're rising while they're stuck, and why their games don't work on you anymore. Because you're no longer playing their game. You're playing yours. Power is not something you beg for. It's something you become with every choice, every silence, every disciplined move, and every boundary you protect. If this message woke something up inside you, then prove it. Drop this in the comments right now. I don't chase power. I become it. Let that sentence be your new identity, your new standard, and your new operating system. And remember this. The most dangerous person in any room is not the one who talks the most. It's the one who watches the most. The one who moves in silence, and the one people can't stop thinking about long after they've left. That person is, you now go build your empire.